friend, welcome. If we haven't met yet, I'm Jen. I'm a part-time online clothing reseller, which means I go to thrift stores, I buy used clothes, I list them on eBay and Poshmark, and sell them hopefully for a profit. Today is July 17th. It's Thursday, right? And these are the items that sold in the last 24 hours. I had a really good sales day. I don't know what happened. I really don't. I'll take it though. I'm excited because it's been a slow couple months, mostly because of me. I've had a lot of vacation time, a lot of not listing as much as I should, but today's good. The first, I should tell you, my gross sales amount is $216.64. First is this Torrid bra. It has this little crisscross here in the front. It's wireless, it's padded. Does it have a style name? It does not. Sometimes bras will have style names and that makes it excellent to look up. This is Torrid Curve. I looked up Torrid Curve bra on the eBay research tool, which you find in the seller hub on eBay. And the average sale price is $14.73 with an 18% sell-through rate. Mine sold for $24.95. And I believe I have a 15% off coupon on my store, and so I believe they used that. And they paid, all in total with shipping, they paid $27.81. This was mine. I bought it for me and didn't realize it was padded, and I don't like padded bra. Not that you needed to know all that information about me, but here we are. And so I actually paid like 20 bucks for this on Poshmark, but because it was mine, I said I had a zero cost of goods. I do know when you buy your own items and you resell your own items, there's something that you can do with taxes for like the purchase price of that, but I don't know if you have to save receipts. I don't know any of that information. So usually when it's my own personal stuff, I just, it's kind of a wash for me, and I just take it as like I don't submit that stuff as taxable or tax write-off information. Maybe I will talk to my accountant about that, and if you have questions about that, I would suggest you talk to your accountant about it too. I'm not a tax professional, I don't know. But yeah, for today's video's sake and for my overall profit, I said that it was a zero cost of goods because I did buy it for myself. And you know, if I had used the $20 purchase price, I would have lost money, but I made back a little bit of the money that I used to purchase this. So I don't know if that's the right way to do it. I'm just telling you that's how I did it, okay? So $27.81. I've had this listed for 5 months with a zero cost of goods, and my profit is $17.24. With a $20 cost of goods, I like lose $3.50. So how's that? All right, I will tell you in my totals, I did include this as profit. Okay. I think I have 6 items total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And the last one, not the last one, but the almost last one is like really good. All right, this is, it says Bold Look, size 7. This is like a martial arts belt, and because it was brand new, I bought it, and I think somehow I have like a zero cost of goods on this. But I think what happened was when I bought it, it was like a bag sale, and I just didn't include this in my like averaging of the cost of goods. If that makes sense. Like if I had a bag and it was $5 and I had 11 items in there, I would have said this was zero and the 10 other items were 50 cents a piece. I mean, that's not exactly, but I'm just saying like that's, I think, what I did. I've had this for 17 months, so I don't really remember for sure that that's what I did. But that's what makes the most sense to me, that I have a zero cost of goods. Anyway, Bold Look martial arts belt, this particular brand. Has an average sale price of $11.98 with a 22% sell-through rate, which, I mean, that's not a high sell-through rate, but it's not terrible also. But still 17 months to sell, and I did not have it listed very high. It sold for $9.96. They paid with shipping $15.70, and that makes my profit $8. I did pay promoted fees on this, so I do promote my items usually between 3 and 5%, and currently it's at 3%. And so then if I notice for a while that I'm not getting promoted sales, I will adjust my promotions a little bit, and that seems to help. So I paid an extra 49 cents in promoted fees, and I will say I think like all but 1 or 2 of these sold promoted. Most of these items are eBay sales, and then there's one Depop, which is crazy. $8 profit on that. Not bad really for, you know, a little something that I essentially got for free, I guess. So this is a linen button up. It has a little fun, funky, abstract print. The brand is Chico's. It's a non-iron, which I always think is a little bit deceptive. I have some non-iron stuff and it still gets really wrinkly. I love linen. This is linen actually, but I don't know what I was gonna say. I don't know why I said but. The average sale price for a Chico's linen button up is $17.16 with a 25% sell-through rate. This also took a while to sell, not terribly long, but 10 months. And it sold for $20 plus shipping. So they paid $25.69. I paid $1.50 for it at a local thrift store here in town, and that makes my profit $15.62. This one did not sell promoted. If I don't say it sold promoted, assume it didn't sell promoted. I'll tell you if it sold promoted. Okay, let's see. Do I have anything else to say about that? I guess I don't. I can't think of anything. How are you? How you been? What are you up to? It's been a busy summer for me. How about you? One day I'm just gonna have like a chill summer and not do anything. I doubt that that's true. That'll never happen. I love to travel too much. All right, this is also linen. And this is just like a shift dress. It does have a little bit of a ruffle, a little bit of a high-low hem. The brand is Rosemarine. And yeah, it's made in Italy. Rosemarine, made in Italy. And this is a 3X. And I will tell you that adding plus size or 3X didn't really do a whole lot to my sell-through rate. It did make it like 50%. No, I don't think it did adjust the sell-through rate. Anyway, Rosemarine, little my brain's malfunctioning. I was just watching a video of Becky Park. I like to watch her what sold videos, and she was like, I can't speak English today, I think is what she said. And then her like editor did this like funny thing, like so much editing or whatever. And I was like, oh, I just leave those things. You get what you get. I hope that's okay. Anyway, Rosemarine linen dress has an average sale price of $22.79, 72 with a 29% sell-through rate. I had mine listed for $40, and I think that was just because in that particular size there weren't many listed, if any at all. It ended up selling for $29.57. It did take 15 months to sell. So 2 things I think probably happened there. One, I probably did have it priced a little bit too high. Also, my pictures were terrible. I looked through it and I was like, oh my word, that was an awful picture. It was just too wrinkly. I don't like steam or iron anything, and usually I think it's fine, but I do sell quite a bit of linen items, and there are times I'm like, man, I should grab a steamer. So this last time I had like 5 or 6 items that I was taking pictures of that were linen, and I just like wet a rag and threw all of those 6 items and that wet rag in my dryer for like 5 minutes, and then I just like, you know, like there used to be like a wrinkle release spray. I mean, it was kind of that same concept. So sometimes putting things in the dryer can, you know, make shrinkage. I don't find that a lot with my own personal linen items. I dry everything, but I do try to be careful with things that I'm selling. So anyway, it sold for $29.57. With shipping, they paid $36.28. I've had this for 15 months. I paid $5 for it at a local thrift store. The same one actually that I bought at Chico's, and my profit is $19.08. That's yay! That's fantastic. Love that. Okay, these I think I'm gonna have to run a quick lint roller over. I noticed. But I have 2 scrub tops. This is the first one. They are both the same brand. They're, I'm gonna say Adar, I don't know, ADAR. And they're Adar Pro, both of them. And they're both a little bit different styles. And I got them at a garage sale for $2 a piece. Now, when I comped them at the sale, and I know I did, because I had not, I like to sell scrub tops or scrubs in general. I just think they're easy, and they're usually about a, you know, $15 sale, depending on the brand. There's a couple brands that are better than others, just like in everything, right? And I had never heard of this brand, and so I was like, oh, well, I'll just comp it real fast. And so I did, and oh my goodness, I was like, oh, this is great. And then I got home, and I apparently had not filtered to used, and all the ones that had sold were brand new, and there were none sold that were used. Now that seems to have changed a little bit again. So when I filtered to used and looked up that Adar scrub top, the sell-through rate is only 6%, and the average sale price is $11.53. So I took these and I lotted them together, thinking that that would help the, you know, marketability, I guess, of mine. Sometimes it, especially when it's something with a low cost and then you have to pay shipping twice, it's easier to just buy a lot of 2 and only pay the shipping once. I don't think I showed you this one. They're slightly different. Same brand, Adar Pro. Anyway, it worked. Whatever I did worked on this, and somebody sent me an offer for $18.50, and I was like, yeah, that feels great. So they only took a month to sell, which is wonderful. With shipping, they paid $26.14. I paid $4 total for them, $2 a piece at the garage sale. It took a month to sell. My profit is $11.53. A little lower than I like to shoot for like my average sale price per item, but it all averages out in the end, right? I usually like to shoot for around 15, so this one sold for $11.50. That one I got 19, and it'll average out. Anyway, I do wrap everything in tissue paper and put a little thank you sticker on it. On eBay, I use these poly mailers that are 13 by 10. I get them on eBay with my eBay shipping supply coupon that I get for having a store. And I forgot to tell you about the box. Sometimes I will get the boxes that I put the bra in, and I also use them for hats and belts, and they are, I put the tag over the wrong size. They're 8 by 6 by 4, but I like those as well. All right, this is the really good one. It's crazy. It's this, believe it or not. So this, I learned, is called I meant to look up how you actually say it. Balaclava? balaclava. I don't know. It's BALACLAVA. It's basically a hood with like a mask. I also used hood and gaiter. This is Outdoor Research, which there's a couple other outdoor voices is one, there's another one that outdoor equipment that I always get confused, but Outdoor Research is the good one. Apparently Outdoor Voices isn't bad, but anyway, this actually had like a style name on it, and it's the Caribou FR, which I think stands for fire resistant, winter weight balaclava, large, extra large, which I love when it has all the information on the tag. So the average sale price for this is $29.97 with a 50% sell-through rate. That means 50% of the ones that have been listed have sold. So good. So there were 2 of these that had sold and 2 are still listed. So mine sold for $30. With shipping, they paid $36.02. I had it listed for $39 and someone offered me $30, and I mean that's right exactly where it should sell, so that was great. I only had it listed for 3 days. I was really surprised, especially considering the time of year. I thought maybe it would sell, you know, maybe like right away in the fall, maybe early September or something, but it sold in 3 days. I did pay $6 for this, and kind of like, I did a little bit of comping, but I didn't comp well, and so I kind of just bought it on instinct when I was in New York earlier this month, and so I just listed it 3 days ago. My profit is $19.72. That's amazing. I love it when stuff like that happens. It's not common. The $11 took a year to sell. Those are much more common for me. All right, this also is pretty good. Not as great of a sell-through rate, but sold and didn't sell quite as fast, but still pretty good. So this is a pair of coveralls, and they're just lightweight. Like, they're not insulated, they're not winter weight or anything, they're short sleeve, and the brand is Dickies. All right, so the average sale price on these was $31.89 with a 39% sell-through rate. And I priced mine at $40, thinking, you know, kind of hoping it would sell right around that $30 mark. And I had sent out a bunch of offers for $32. I had actually gotten a bunch of offers for $30, which I was accepting on Depop, and just no one was paying for it. And finally today, someone just bought them outright on Depop for $40. So I was very excited about that. I am learning to do better on how I charge my shipping on Depop. So I think if you start Depop, you can't do it anymore, but I do like my own shipping. So I do shipping through Pirate Ship on Depop. And so I just kind of do calculated shipping. And that's really hard for me because I have never done flat rate. I said it wrong. I've never done flat rate shipping on eBay, and I've been selling on eBay for a little over 3.5 years. Oh my word. Yeah, so I've never done flat rate shipping, and so I'm kind of just guessing at this point. And I have not been guessing well and have had quite a bit of overage on the Depop shipping. And so I'm working on it, trying to get better at knowing how much to actually charge for things. So I charged $9 on this, and it ended up being a little bit more than that to ship it Ground Advantage, because I think it's going to California. Yeah. And so I actually did a flat rate envelope for this one. And so that was $8.40 through Pirate Ship. So perfect. $60 overage is not a big deal. So with $40 and then the $9 shipping, they paid $49, obviously. The fees are really low on Depop, so I paid $2.18 in fees, and then I'm realizing that I think I didn't tell you a couple other items that sold promoted on eBay. I'm really sorry. Maybe less sold than I was thinking. Okay, anyway, regardless, let's go back. This is taking me way longer than I thought it would. I bought this at the bins for an average cost of $2 per item. It took a month to sell. My profit is $36.42. All right, my profit just for one day was $127.61. I am over the moon thrilled about that. That is just over double what my goal is per month or per day, which is 60. Actually, that's just under 67. Yeah, $67 a day. So just under what my goal, double of what my goal is. So I'm really, really thrilled with that. Especially, like I said, I've done a lot of vacationing and a lot of trips where I've been gone, and I just haven't been very consistent in listing, and I've had a lot of vacation time. So really, really excited about a good sales day. So while I'm finishing this up, I like to end every video with just like a question of the day, and I've been doing some summer themed would you rathers, and this actually happened to me not that long ago. The last time I went to the bins, I left my charger. I didn't even leave my charger at home, just my charger wasn't working and my phone died. So my would you rather is, would you rather leave your charger at home and have your phone die when you're on a road trip? So think about a road trip. Would you rather your phone die or lock your keys in the car? I mean, none of those are a good situation, right? I think for me, I think just even having that experience of having my phone die, I know that I could do okay. I did it. I made it through. I stopped at a Verizon store and had them charge my phone for me. But you know what? If I didn't know where the Verizon store was, I wouldn't be able to have gotten to the Verizon store without my phone. I guess maybe I could have like stopped somewhere and asked someone. I don't know. Maybe I'm changing my mind. Maybe I would rather lock my keys in the car. Like I said, I don't really want to do either, and I'm sure you don't either, but they're just fun, silly questions. It's not really meant to be, not to be anything serious. So, all right, that's it for me. I'm going to finish lint rolling this and put it in, did I tell you? Yeah, it was a flat rate envelope. So I'm gonna shove it in a flat rate envelope, which actually, because it's so lightweight, it'll fit just fine in there. And get all these ready for the mail carrier. So yeah, make sure you like the video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you soon.